Welcome, beautiful people. Welcome to yet another video. I hope you guys are feeling good. I am glad to be back with another video, and in today's video we are back with some transfer news. What has been going on in Chelsea? I have not been on here for a while. I would like to apologize. Life happens, but we move. I am absolutely sorry. But you know, when life happens, and the best thing to do is to move on from wherever you are. And here we are. I am super happy to be back filming. It has been a moment, and I am really excited to be on here. What has been going on since I've been away? I was hoping at least one signing, you know, that would definitely have boosted my spirits in terms of Chelsea. Of course, a lot of rumors were circulating about on parties that were interested in, only for them to turn around and go and sign for other clubs. I mean, it has been one hell of a summer so far because we're only just getting into it, and it's so hot. How hot is it where you are? Tell me in the comment section down below how hot it is wherever you are. Whether in Africa, I know it's a bit cold back home in Africa, but I know in Europe it is extremely hot. There's a heat wave. But you know what? We move. So if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and turn on the post notification bell. Without wasting any more time, let's jump right into it. Anyway guys, what has been happening since I've been gone? Of course, there has been major moves made in Chelsea. We have started our pre-season tour in terms of training. Then the Chelsea Football Women's Club have made another signing. I mean, I'm kind of glad to be back, yeah. Glad on a positive note, glad that I'm back with some positive news, and I'm glad that finally I have some better news to report to you guys about the signings that we're making, the moves that we're making throughout the summer. Of course, for a while, we as Chelsea and Leicester City were the only team that had not been able to make a signing, but it's safe to say that today this will change, and we'll be making our first signing of the year under Todd Boehly. And I have to say, commendable job, Todd Boehly. I mean, the way he has worked this out behind the scenes and made it extremely fast, and if the deal does not go through, we get to know the news. But it really sucks that when you have followed through some news and you really see the player coming to the club, only for that not to happen, only for them to say, oh, my childhood dream has always been a so-and-so club. No hard feelings, but yeah, next time. I know, it's just, as I said, Chelsea likes to do this a lot. Rumors help to build the noise around the club. It helps keep the club active, sales. So in terms of Chelsea, what has been going on? Now, the news that has been announced today, of course, this was confirmed some days back, but it is official, and I'm just waiting for the photos. I hope Chelsea does not prove me wrong again, but if my calculation is correct, according to Raheem Sterling's Instagram, he has released a long statement, he's released a video saying goodbye to Manchester City, saying goodbye to the coaches, to the players, and giving his thank you. In a very elaborate statement, he also gave his goodbye and his farewell. I'll be reading a piece of it for you guys a little bit later, but the deal has been agreed with Raheem Sterling, who will be moving to Chelsea, and safe to say we have Sterling in the bag. Now, I know I was a bit skeptical about this in the beginning of the season, in the beginning of the transfer window. I was not so sure about Sterling, but in terms of the highest pound one ever in the Premier League, all glory goes to Raheem Sterling. So I would like to think this is one of his best features, but he has not only accomplished so much over the past 7 years in Manchester, but he has also been able to win 11 major trophies, so he has a lot on his CV. So coming to Chelsea, I believe, and he's not injury prone. I mentioned throughout the transfer window that we should be looking for players who are less injury prone, more goals, and who are more likely to adapt, and this is looking like the best player for us. I mean, in terms of his stats, his stats are up there. He's already adapted to the champions. He has already adapted champions of Europe, really? He's already adapted to the English Premier League football. He has played for Liverpool, he has played for Manchester City, so elite teams. So coming to Chelsea, only God knows, no. Only God knows why Thomas Tuchel decided to go for Raheem Sterling, but I trust his judgment, and let's see what happens. So what was happening in terms of Raheem Sterling? In a statement, this is what he had to say: 7 seasons, 11 major trophies, a lifetime of memories. He goes on to say what a ride it has been, and he ends the statement the same: "I arrived in Manchester a 20-year-old. Today I live as a man." Now, in terms of the contract, apparently according to Fabrizio, his contract has been set up to 2027, a very long contract, and he will be the highest paid footballer in Chelsea. £310 a week will be his salary, so sheesh. Anyway guys, that is what is going on. Rumors have been circulating and reports have been going around that he will be announced today, so let us wait for the official confirmation. But it has been a while, but we have finally made a signing in Chelsea. And shout out to Todd Boyle, shout out to Thomas Tuchel for going for Raheem Sterling. Let us see how this evolves throughout the Premier League. Of course, preseason is starting, but let's see how things go. Now, in terms of our defender position, now we know that most of our defenders are leaving. Now, reports have been circulating that Marcus Alonso and Cesar Azpilicueta are still part of the two people who will be leaving in terms of this season. So they are looking to make a move to Barcelona. Barcelona are in grave financial troubles, but only God knows where they're getting the money to sign all these new players. Now, we had our eye on Rafinha. Sadly, Barcelona took that one, but maybe we dodged the bullet, who knows. But in terms of Rafinha, it has been confirmed that he will be making the move to Barcelona. It is his dream team, and I would rather that than having a repeat saga of what happened with Lukaku, saying that he's always wanted to play for Chelsea. Well, we know it's all bull. It's all bull. In terms of our next interest, we have Koulibaly. Now, the defender from Napoli has been linked to Chelsea. He is the most recent player to be linked to Chelsea. According to the reports, it has been mentioned that personal terms have already been agreed with Chelsea. Now, this has not made some people happy in terms of Napoli. In terms of Napoli president Aurelio De Laurentiis, he is furious that Koulibaly wants to leave. Rumors have been circulating that he was supposed to be made the next captain of Napoli. Now, he has stayed with them for a while. But in terms of the Napoli boss Luciano Spalletti, he mentioned the fact that Koulibaly could leave this summer. Now, more reports have mentioned that, this is according to Fabrizio, that Chelsea first initially submitted a 35 million euros offer to Napoli, and this was turned down. But finally, they have accepted an offer of 38 million plus add-ons, making it a total of 40 million pounds, and this is looking like a good deal. Now, in terms of Napoli, I've seen his stats. He's doing well for himself. He was about to be promoted as the captain, so he also has the leadership qualities that we're looking for in a player. And having him reunited with the likes of Jorginho, they played for a while in Napoli, would be nice. And I think having a friend from a previous team would also be a bit of a boost in terms of adapting, and he will adapt quickly. We are looking, of course, to rebuild the team. We're looking to rebuild the team as most of our defense is leaving. Most of them have left, but who is the latest addition to Chelsea? Who is looking to make the next move to Chelsea? Now, in terms of Nathan Ake, I think this was the last person I talked about in my previous video. Now, apparently, he has agreed to join Chelsea, and Chelsea have agreed with Manchester City on the personal terms. As I mentioned in my previous video, he was bought by Manchester City for 45 million euros. Now, in terms of the agreement with Chelsea, apparently he will be signing for the same amount, but this time it's in pounds. We're just waiting for the final decisions, but this is looking like a done deal. It has been confirmed by Fabrizio. Here we go. So that is the latest in terms of our defense position and the selling situation. Finally, we as Chelsea have made a signing. Of course, we have to wait for the final revealing. You know, he has to do the whole media presentation and all that for them to announce it. But can we just get it on with? Anyway, as you guys know, 3 is still our sponsor. Yes, I know I talked about them, but yes, they did not stand with us at our lowest, but apparently the contract had been set, and yes, as much as we were supposed to be getting new sponsors, which we have now, Hyundai will not be our sponsor, but Wilfin will be our sponsor. And if you have seen the new kits, I'm loving the third kit. I love the white and the ocean, is it royal blue? I love how it flows, and I cannot wait to get it. So in terms of the women's football club, of course, I said I'll be more active in terms of the women news. Now, while I was away, sorry about that, while I was away, Chelsea did make a signing. Now, we were able to get an attacking midfielder from the West Ham Women's Club, and she was there for 2 years, for a 2 years period. Now, with 34 appearances, she was able to nick in 5 goals. Is this okay? It's good enough. I mean, with coming to Chelsea, yeah, the winners of the league twice in a row. I mean, it's just it's just inevitable. You just have to do your best. You have to do your best, or we'll have to cut you off. In terms of the 26-year-old Czech Republic, she will be joining Chelsea for a 3-year deal, and Emma Hayes is really excited to having her on board. Now, she mentioned in part of her statement that I have always wanted to play for this club my whole life. I have supported this team since I was a child, since my childhood. I have supported the team since my childhood, and I am really appreciative for this great opportunity. So let's see what Katarina Svitkova has to bring in terms of the Chelsea Women's Football Club. I cannot wait to see what is going on. I hope you will definitely watch out for more of the women's content. But this is what has been going on in Chelsea. It feels good to be back. I am really glad to be back, and hopefully I'll be more consistent. Please guys, support my channel. I'll be linking my social media in the description box down below. If you're new to the channel and you like the content, please consider subscribing. Turn on the post notification bell. You'll be notified every time I upload a video. Like the video too, it really helps me a lot. I'll be seeing you in my next video.